Confederacy, you see, was on the wrong side of history and humanity. It supported and promoted a truly horrifying, twisted system built on the premise that states had the right to treat human beings as slaves. No one who knows history can deny this. No one. Individual Confederate soldiers, no doubt fighting bravely for the cause that they believed in, nevertheless fought against the United States of America for a cause that was wrong. General Lee led that fight. Jefferson Davis presided over it. P.T. Beauregard participated in it, and I don't think we have much debate about the Liberty Monument. If that cause had succeeded, if that cause had won, it would have been the end of our American experiment in democracy and in liberty, and the world would be the worse for it today. Our beloved country would be unrecognizable. Luckily, at great cost, President Lincoln and the Union forces successfully defended the Constitution and the ideals of this great nation. And our country has gone on to be the greatest country that the world has ever known. We are exceptional because our ideals of freedom, liberty, and justice for all are acceptable. These monuments are just an effort to rewrite that history, to literally put, quote unquote, the lost cause of the Confederacy on a pedestal and cast an oppressive shadow of exclusion over our city.
The Liberty Monument is overly racist and should be removed. The Jefferson Davis Monument is more problematic. The Lee and Beauregard monuments honor gentlemen who clearly deserve their prominently displayed place in New Orleans history. Lee released his slaves before the Civil War. One of many of Lee's public statements about his position against slavery was, and I quote, "I am rejoiced that slavery is abolished. I believe it will be greatly for the interest of the South, so I am fully satisfied." Following the Civil War, Beauregard advocated for increased civil rights and suffrage for the recently freed slaves. These post-war actions and statements speak louder than those here today who support the removal of their monuments.
Public monuments should represent public pride, and many of you who drove in or flew in to join the locals in contesting this motion, you who say we should focus on the crime-ridden streets of New Orleans, but no, we will not protect monuments built to honor some of the biggest criminals in U.S. history. Let's consider the source. Andrew Jackson himself said, "Take time to deliberate." But when the time for action arises, stop thinking and go in. Go in for the youth of this city who deserve to see an honorable, organic, living history. One that is not fixed in stone, one that changes, one that evolves, one that grows and expands, one that will not be bought.
When I was a boy, they had signs that said, "White only." And many of the people that look at me in this moment will not be in their seats if that sign did not come down and change the vocabulary. They want us to surrender to this evilness. Every jail that I've been in. That's your time to serve, man. What y'all do? Go to jail. Give me hell more time.
He's speaking for the whole city.
Hey, they got hands.
Let me get right there. Hold on, man.
Wait a minute. There's no fear in my existence.